what's up? It's DSP with a quick channel update, recapping what's going to be coming up and some other things that have happened over the past couple of days. First of all, I did play the Left 4 Dead 2 DLC, The Passing, which is the downloadable new campaign for Left 4 Dead 2, where you actually run into the original survivors from Left 4 Dead 1. If you haven't seen that footage yet, head over to the channel DSP Gaming and check it out. I actually like that campaign a lot, and because of that, I think today, if I have some time, I'm actually going to go back and play through possibly Versus mode on that campaign, or maybe a couple other modes. We'll see. So keep an eye out. That footage may be going up on DSP Gaming today if I have a chance to do it. Outside of that, the next footage that's coming up, as I've been talking about now for months on months, is the Super Street Fighter 4 launch. Here's a recap for anyone who hasn't been following along. First of all footage of the Super Street Fighter 4 will be found over on the channel DSP Street Fighter, which is my channel exclusively for Street Fighter footage. I'm going to be attending a launch event at Play and Trade, which is a game store in Danbury, Connecticut, on Monday night at midnight. So basically, when it officially becomes Tuesday morning is when they're selling the game. I'm going to be able to actually get in there a little bit early to mess around with the game, get my initial impressions of the game before the tournament starts and the general public gets in there. Then they're going to actually start the tournament up, so you'll get to see some cool footage of a basically day one tournament where everyone's just trying to learn new characters. After that tournament is done, I'm going to come back here. Some of my friends are going to come with me, and we're going to play the game for a couple of hours. So you're going to see footage of some of our initial casual matches and our impressions as well of what's going on with the game. Then over the course of Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm going to have people in and out of here for a launch party. So basically all kinds of local Connecticut gamers will be swinging by to try out Super Street Fighter 4, to play in different matches, and to give their impressions and feedback. What I'm also planning on doing is, once I get some time, if there's, say, no one here at a certain hour of the day, I might actually start picking some of the characters that I'm familiar with, like Adon and DJ, and test them out and see what some of their basic combos and abilities are, and maybe do some of the tutorial videos similar to what I did with the regular Street Fighter 4 release last year. And then I'm planning on having ongoing Super Street Fighter 4 footage, just like I used to do with Street Fighter 4. I'm going to try to play online here. I'm not sure how the internet connection is going to be, because unfortunately, when I played Street Fighter 4 here, it wasn't very good. I always had lag and all kinds of connectivity issues. But I'm still going to try. So, keep that in mind, that just like I did with Street Fighter 4, I'm going to try to do Super Street Fighter 4. So regardless of if there's another game going on or anything like that, if I ever have the craving to play Super Street Fighter 4, you'll be able to see the footage on DSP Street Fighter. So all that's starting Tuesday. Remember, Tuesday, since I'm at that midnight tournament, obviously I have to get back here, then I'll start uploading the footage. So keep an eye out for that on Tuesday. Outside of all that, the only other thing that I want to quickly talk about is the status of my copyright suspended channel, Darkside Phil. Yes, it is still suspended. Yes, as you can see, YouTube still has not changed anything since we discovered last week that it was not Ubisoft who placed a copyright claim against my channel, but an uninvolved third party who does not work for Ubisoft. No one said anything to me from YouTube. No one's actually contacted me from Ubisoft. They just put that post on their own website and their own forums, probably because their real dispute is with YouTube and not with me. They never put the claim there, so they just want to make sure YouTube isn't basically slandering their name, saying that they did it when they didn't. But one thing that I do want to say is that people need to chill out, because I see people sending me all kinds of insane messages saying, oh, well, since YouTube now says Steve Jones was the guy who put a copyright strike on your channel and shut it down. Now we've been investigating who he is, and he's in the fucking, some band, the Sex Pistols, and oh, he works for some Factronics fucking voice recognition company that was working at some other Ubisoft titles. And, he's a fucking hypnotist or some shit. It must be him. And I've been hearing things that people that are my fans are going on other channels and spamming the fuck out of them when they have no actual evidence that Steve Jones is the same Steve Jones who put a copyright claim on my channel. Stop it. You have to fucking cut this out. I don't know why you're doing it. I don't know if you think it's going to help. It's not. It makes us all look like assholes because there's a couple immature people who are fucking freaking out and going around basically yelling accusations at people with no fucking proof whatsoever. Steve Jones probably isn't even a real name. It's probably some bullshit someone made up. They didn't like me, or they didn't like anyone who was doing Splinter Cell in a negative fashion, which for a couple videos I was, and so they probably were going around just doing whatever the fuck they felt like it, putting false copyright claims on videos. And since YouTube doesn't fucking verify that someone who puts a copyright claim against the channel is actually who they say they are. They just immediately granted it and suspended my channel. It's my bad luck that unfortunately my channel had already had 2 copyright strikes against it, and since I didn't even know the process on how to dispute them, since YouTube doesn't make it readily, easily available to know how to fucking dispute them, I just left them there for over a year, and now this happened. So, chill out. Stop it with the madness. I mean, stop the fucking insanity. You guys are just blowing the shit so out of proportion. I mean, yes, is it a bad thing? Is it a tragedy that the channel of Dark Side Phil is gone right now? Yes. Is it guaranteed to be gone forever? No. And we now have definite evidence, definitive evidence, that that 3rd copyright strike is not valid, and therefore my channel is going to get reinstated eventually. The problem is YouTube's bureaucratic bullshit might take 10 to 14 days, it might take 30 days. It's really whenever the hell they feel like addressing the problem. The other thing is YouTube might have already deleted all my videos and said this guy has 3 copyright strikes against him, over 7,000 videos, he's taking up such a massive space on our server that we're just going to press the delete button. And is that bullshit if that did happen? Yes, but we don't know if that happened or not. Again, I haven't been contacted at all by YouTube, and it has not been 14 days since I filed the counterclaim against that 3rd copyright strike for Ubisoft. So we're going to wait it out. We'll see later this week what happens, but chill the fuck out when it comes to attacking people before you have evidence that they did anything negative to me. I mean, at least when YouTube was saying Ubisoft did it, everyone went to Ubisoft's forums. You know, that kind of makes sense. It's at least a one-to-one connection. Ubisoft did it, let's go talk to Ubisoft. You don't know who Steve Jones is. He could be some fucking nobody off the street. He could be someone who works for a game company, or it could be a completely fabricated name, but there's no way for anyone to know. So stop wasting your time trying to search the fucking internet to figure out who you like. I have no idea why you're doing it, and I don't know why anyone thought that it was going to be helpful to anyone. I don't know why you even had that idea pop into your fucking heads. Chill out and think before you act, okay? That's all I'm asking. Don't fucking get people to start talking negative about me now because my fans don't know how to behave on the internet. Chill out. We'll see what happens with this YouTube copyright nonsense, and we'll go from there. So, this is DSP. I'll see you guys maybe for Left 4 Dead 2, but if not, I'll definitely see you for the Super Street Fighter 4 footage.